yes, racing. We're in the game.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Hey Dad, did you know that replacing your cooling system reduces repair costs and improves energy efficiency? Plus it operates more efficiently, which means more money in my pocket. I mean, your pocket.
Hey Dad, did you know that a new cooling system is less noisy and has a smart thermostat you can control from your phone?
How'd you get so smart?
Must be from Mom.
When it comes to your home's most important decisions, make the smart choice and trust your local Cedar Rapids Pro partner. We're in your neighborhood, so call today.
It's the first time that a points-paying race will happen here in Racing Revolution. This track in North Carolina has been restored fully to its former glory since 1996. It's been 10 years since we've came here. North Wilkesboro is the venue tonight for the Chapman Cup Series, live on Vspeed. It's the Recharge Rally 125, and it could be short track tempers that get the best of these drivers. I'm your host, Brantley Cooper, alongside Alex Gagnon. Alex, we've came here in the past, but it was for All-Star Week. It was for a one-off. It was not anything points paying. Now, this race means everything. This could be the time to turn it all around.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we've had the opportunity to race here previously, but nothing with the stakes that we've got here tonight, having it be an actual race on the calendar. 4 points coming down to the end of the line here of regular season races. And this place will get the better of a lot of drivers here tonight. This is a difficult racetrack. The banking only 13 degrees, but it's a little bit tricky, especially on corner exit off of 4. The car can get really unbalanced if you're not taking care of it. And what you were saying earlier, this place is only 5/8 of a mile. This place is short. Tempers are going to flare because there is not a lot of real estate out there, and everyone's going to be fighting to the bottom of the racetrack here, which is going to lead to a lot of bumping and banging.
Not only that, but there's a unique characteristic of the front and back stretch. There's an uphill and downhill to it, so the entry of a corner can be different when you go down the back stretch compared to the front stretch. It's downhill down the front straightaway. It's uphill down the back stretch, so these drivers have to adapt to that. You're going to carry more speed into turn 1 than you would into turn 4. That's a unique characteristic in itself, and I think that translates very well here into iRacing. But we take a look at the schedule. This is the last thing that these drivers are going to remember before they go on to Indianapolis. This was the moment that they could have made it big.
Yeah, only a couple races left here. This is the fifth of the 5 races to go. After tonight, it'll be 4. Not a lot of time left if you're on that cut line.
Time to take your track side, get the grid up on the screen. The KLD truck pole award is going to go to Jeremy Burns. He will start on the top spot with an 18.212. Michael Call starting to the outside. Road course ringers going to go to the short track. Side by side. Trevor Keith will start in 3rd position with Carter Lenz. It's a lot of road course guys. This translates, I'm telling you. Recharge Rally sponsoring here tonight. Tyler Harrison going to start in 5th with Dakota Floyd starting in 6th spot. Then you have 7th, Rob Rader, Caleb Gilbert. A lot of these guys are in the top of the points. Jeremiah Nelson, Kevin Orlando, going to start in 10th.
Yeah, looking back here, a little further back, Brandon Pamitat, Dylan Picklesheimer make up row number 6. Sam Taylor and Nick Owls will go off row number 7. Trevor Earhart with Michael Bennett, 15th and 16th. Matt Robinson, Justin Ritchie to his outside in row number 9, with Parker Johnson and Christopher Schaefer rounding out the top 20.
We'll keep the grid on the bottom of your screen, but here we go for week number 18. Racing Revolution is live at the short track in North Carolina, North Wilkesboro. Top spot here for the 9 as they go into turn 1, side by side for the 5. He's going to take the lead from the outside.
A little side by side coming off the corner. Burns clears him here, and he'll take over the top spot, leading the opening lap of this one. Still more side by side further on back. You see Keith and Linz getting after it here for 3rd. Rob Rader to the inside of Caleb Gilbert behind them. It's all going up here, and you see cars already having some issues getting that car to rotate. This is going to be a long night if you're having trouble getting that car to rotate on fresh tires. I'm sure that's what some of them are thinking. Is Dakota Floyd all the way up to the wall.
And he's sideways.
Oh, and he collects another car going by there. And now everyone's scattering to avoid. Somehow, only one other car makes contact there.
And I was just about to mention Alex Forget with a black flag. He sped off pit road. He started from the pits. He was already a lap down for missing the grid. And on top of that, he sped exiting pit road. So he's going to start even deeper in this field. Dylan Picklesheimer a lap down. But it's the 57 who started way up in this field. He lost 21 spots. That is insurmountable to the start of this race.
Yeah, and it looks like here the car that he gets tangled up with late is Kevin Orlando Jr. in the 27 that taps him on the way by. Miraculously, the rest of the field pivots around him.
Oh,
but yeah.
Kevin Orlando got a little karma after that too, huh?
Yeah, he got tangled up there with Earhart a little bit. But yeah, we start here, so you see Floyd kind of up there top right. And Orlando makes a little bit of contact. He tries getting back up to speed. Oh, sorry, it's not. Yeah, it's Bennett. I was keeping an eye on Earhart. I saw him coming to the frame late, but yeah, it's Michael Bennett in Orlando who get tangled up there once the yellow comes out. But this starts because they go 3 wide in the 1 and 2. Floyd washes up the track and then has to get way up the hill because the 15 washed up the track with a car to his inside. Justin Ritchie also got a huge piece of the wall there on that replay. I mean, this is all over the place.
And it's the 15 of Trevor Earhart that washed up the track, got into the 57. And the 27 hits that hard tag, and everybody else able to miss it. I think that was the 26 there. They got in the back of the 64, Ben Laughter. A lot happening.
If these first 4 or 5 laps are any indication, there is going to be some really angry and bent out of shape folks here tonight. If that was any indicator, because I mean, we were watching the replay for the caution, and even in that replay, we caught about 3 or 4 more,
Unrelated.
4Xs. Yeah.
Yeah. Unrelated. That's what this is going to be. As the pace car pulls off, Jeremy Burns and Michael Call up front, the best place they could be to start this race to avoid what could be carnage. Tyler Harrison has picked up a couple spots. He's going to start on the outside, restart with the 9 to the inside. The 5 got a good run, but not this time. Drops down in front of the 66. We're back live, lap 8.
Yeah, Harrison settles into the 3rd spot. Rader and Linz pick up the first side-by-side battle across the line here for 4th. You see also Jeremiah Nelson working to the outside of Trevor Keith behind them. Michael Call far more willing to try to diamond off 1 and 2 versus the 9, who was far more wrapped around the bottom of the racetrack. And that'll be an interesting battle to see as this continues, that differential in lines through 1 and 2. As here's Pamitat to the inside of Alves for the 9th spot.
Side by side for the 10th position. Who's going to end up with the 9th spot?
Oh, Dakota Floyd's around once again.
Not a good start to this race. Floyd has so much damage on the right rear now. It's feeling like a short track for the 57.
Yeah, big time. We'll take a look here at the replay, see what happened to him. He was running high here on Munoz. He's got Richie behind him. And I think he just starts running out of room here, stuck behind 23 is Schaefer. Oh, Munoz loses it off of 4. And then, wow, 57 goes for a wild ride. I don't know. It didn't even look like he had help. Did he catch the apron going into 1? Because Munoz loses it off the corner, which frees up that inside spot.
Got in the back of the 23 of Schaefer.
Yeah, just sent it in way too deep. And was not able to keep that car collected. Yeah, this is very quickly turning into a race to forget here if you're Dakota Floyd.
We're talking about the over and under on cautions, and I gotta admit, Alex, we have a lot of pre-race chatter.
Oh yeah.
When we're not live, we gotta establish we're human, okay? And on top of that, we kind of premeditate how the race is gonna go.
A little bit, especially at a
15.
short track. Yeah,
I
especially
think
at
you
a
shouted
short
15.
track. You know the stereotypes with iRacing and short tracks. It's
I said 12.
I said 15 as a joke. I fully was hoping we aren't going to hit it, but we've got 2 and 12 laps here. We're maybe not off to the best of starts.
I said 12, so I'm gonna stick with 12. 15 as a joke. I think the trend right now, you might be a little bit closer than I will be. But if the price is right, this race is going to go not according to plan. 14 laps and half of them under caution so far.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the case with North Wilkesboro, especially with such a big field. You know, it's a blessing and a curse. It's awesome to have so many people out here on a Wednesday night for Chapman Cup, but at a track this small, sometimes you start running out of real estate. And especially this is a place that not as many drivers may be familiar with as a Bristol or a Martinsville. But we're going to rack it up, try it again here. Burns back into the restart zone. Green flag is out as they take lap 15 now. Burns to the inside. Michael Call all the way up the hill. Almost opened the door there for Rader on the inside. And now Call with a great run. He's going to be back side by side. No, Christopher Schaefer around down the backstretch. I think he's out of the racing line, though. We stay green.
Leaders are coming around, though, for the 23.
Oh, now Sam Taylor's around on the front stretch. That is going to bring out the yellow. You know, the old adage is that cautions breed cautions. And that is very much where we're at right now. Sam Taylor going down into turn 1 in reverse.
That's impressive, though. Look what he does. Look what he does to keep that car in the best shape.
It does a phenomenal job keeping this thing off the wall. Coming off of turn 4, looks like he definitely had some help there. I want to say that may have been Alves. A little bit of contact there to the left front from Diaz, but otherwise, you know, that's about as safe a place as you can end up. And, oh, sorry, that's Grant Turner who got into Taylor there off of 4. Just realizing there's a lot of green race cars out there tonight.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, that is caution number 3 for car number 3. First one of the night that did not involve the 57 of Dakota Floyd. And so far, top 2 remain the top 2. Michael Call, though, being so willing to run that outside and really try to get that car pointed down the straightaway. You know, he hasn't had the speed to necessarily get around the 9, but he's doing a pretty good job staying with the 9 despite being stuck in that outside lane on these restarts.
Well, you're watching really short stints here, Alex. You have the moment on that restart to get to the lead, and then you have the moment of falling in line and trying to work into a rhythm. That part hasn't came yet for the 5. We don't know if he has the speed to keep pace or possibly pass the 9 of Jeremy Burns. We haven't had a green flag lap long enough for that. So I think if this race does go green, they're watching a very clever Michael Call. You're also watching Tyler Harrison, Rob Rader. Some of these guys are playing the long game. If that never comes, Jeremy Burns could maintain this lead through the entirety of this first stage.
Certainly a possibility to consider. Worth noting, tonight's stage scheduled for lap 40, so a pretty early stage relative to the lap count here tonight, already halfway to that marker.
Here we go again. Green flag drops. The 9 on the inside gets another great restart. The 5 matches it to the door into turn 1.
And once again, running wide here in the corner, flying up alongside. Then he actually got a great run on the exit there. Call's going to jump to the point. Huge move there from the 5. Fantastic.
That's awesome run there. The 53 also to the outside. And he get the run off of turn 2. That's Rob Rader.
He's got a nose ahead of Burns there through 3 and 4. Not quite clear just yet. I think not being able to get a full exit off the corner is actually costing the 9 here more than I would have anticipated. He has the better spot on the inside, as you see a little bit of a wobble there from the 53, but it's not enough to hold him up from taking second place. Meanwhile, Linz and Jeremiah Nelson, this is the battle for 5th as they run right now. And things are still too wide from about 6th on back. It's Caleb Gilbert to the inside of Keith.
Trevor Keith and number 15. He's sideways. A little smile. I think it was a little smirk there. Maybe?
Yeah. I would say so too. I think that was a bit of a wake-up call, potentially. Trevor Keith working the wheel about as much as he's working that piece of gum right now. He is he is going after it on the racetrack, and he's got a target now to chase right on the back bumper. I believe that's Pamitat he's trying to track down for 8th here.
Falls back to 9th spot. Trevor Keith on the backside now, down 6 positions. Caleb Gilbert finds his way.
Grant Thorpe.
Car in the back.
Oh, are we going to stay
yellow?
green? No, we are not. I thought we might have for a second. There was not any major contact, but they were basically parked on the exit of turn 2. Grant Thorpe, I think something got him out of sorts, and then him and Michael Reed got collected a little bit. And they may not have been the only one. But yeah, 77 goes up. Right rear contact into the outside wall of turn 2. Got Bennett right on his tail here as they go into the corner. And I think, yeah, just lost it. Got back on the throttle a touch too quick. Or perhaps maybe I should say a touch too heavy. That was about the time you want to throttle back up, but maybe he went full send and didn't kind of work its way back up. Back end steps out. Reed gets caught behind it, a little bit of damage. And that brings out our 4th caution of the evening. But new leader, though. Actually, it'll be a new front row, basically. Michael Call will be the lead car. Rob Rader will be restarting from the outside of the front row on this one. But it was a fantastic pass from Michael Call to work that outside on the restart and take the lead. Not the way you typically see it done at the short track, but he found a way to make it work.
Lights are still on the pace car, so we have an opportunity to pull in a Rolling Thunder driver. And we're going to bring in Michael Call in the number 5. Michael, you took the lead away. How's it feeling right now?
Really good out front, obviously. Yeah, just got a really good run there off of 2. You know, Jeremy's my teammate, so we were really just trying to settle in. I just got such a run. I'm like, hey man, I got to take this with Rob behind us. So, no, been a long start to the race, but hopefully we can clean it up here a little bit and get some laps in.
Well, it's North Wilkesboro. I think you're being optimistic. This track is very tough.
Yes, it is. I'll be honest, before I got into the session tonight, I was a second off the pace and did some work and got it rolling. So, yeah, we're excited for this restart right here, and we'll see if we can keep out front for a stage win.
All right, good luck, Michael.
Thank you.
On point there. Hold on. Alex helping me out up here in the booth. But I don't think anything can help these drivers out. They are nose to tail every single lap. And in lap 30, coming up on the stage at lap 40, 10 to go.
Great launch there from the 5. Gets out there in front of the 53. Burns settling in the 3rd. Got Harrison, though, to his outside. I tell you what, in clean air, that 5 just looks like a rocket ship right now.
And he said he was
Caleb Gilbert.
54 into the wall. He's going to hold it together. Nobody gets into him. Close call there, but he's going to fall back to 26th. And it's been a fast break.
Oh,
31
Nelson.
on the wall.
Oh, man, Jeremiah Nelson absolutely tagged the outside wall there. We stay green. Heavy contact to the right front of the 31, and I think the 9 of Jeremy Burns going to have a little bit of damage here as well. Take a look here. It's right off the corner. See that snap to the outside. And actually, sorry, it's Carter Linz who I think he actually got tangled up with there a little bit. Not the 9 of Burns, so I think Linz actually may have a touch of right front damage as well, as more cars knocking down the fence right now. I think that last one there was a little bit of Nick Alves or Matt Robinson. Those green cars running nose to tail in 8th and 9th.
Watching that 5 pull away, though. 7/10 of a second.
Yeah, he's gotten something figured out that the rest of the field, I think, is trying to learn right now. I don't know if maybe he's going more aggressively on the tires, knowing the stage is coming soon or what. But, I mean, just relative to the rest of the field, that 5 looks to be absolutely on rails. You jump on board the Rally Daddy Twisted T-Cam, and this man right here, Tyler Harrison, battling for second. He's to the inside of Rader off of turn 2. He's going to be able to hang there going into 3.
Not going to get the stage win if it continues the way it's going right now. We've seen the 45 get stage wins before. He's definitely fast here tonight. Let's see if the 45 can get clear for this second spot. 53 hangs it out there. You can see the glow on the rotors here.
Ooh, Rader, though, with a good job trying to stay with him, trying to look maybe back to the outside here in 1 and 2. Not quite going to get it to go. Is now Linz trying to leapfrog Jeremy Burns, I believe he will. Mad scramble from 2nd on back to 6th here, but they are a 1.5 seconds adrift as Call's going to take this stage win in pretty convincing fashion.
Yes. Locked it up here in the 5, got clear of his teammate Jeremy Burns, and stage 1 winner. Michael Call in the 5. Gonna lock it up.
And the yellow came out about simultaneously because back in turn 1, Parker Johnston got around. And he had some help there, I believe, as well. So even if that wasn't lap 40, we were going to be hitting the end of the stage. But we'll take one more look at it here. The 48 kind of gets caught up in something here. I don't entirely know what happened.
Crossing out of 13 there.
Yeah, Likens. And then as he gets back to the throttle, you see the back end step out once again. And, yeah, Picklesheimer and Diaz get piled in. Same with Sam Taylor. Wow, a big evasive maneuver there from Schaefer. Almost cleared Diaz. But, yeah, this is, there's your top 10 as it sets. I think a couple cars just brought it down pit road. But Michael Call, your stage 1 winner. And right now, that's the car everyone's chasing because, boy, in the clean air, does that car look fast.
Stage 1 complete here from North Wilkesboro. We're going to take a quick break here on Vspeed. Coverage continues. Short track racing for week 18. Live on Vspeed.
Racing. We're in the game. JS Racing. We're in the game.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Hey Dad, did you know that replacing your cooling system reduces repair costs and improves energy efficiency? Plus, it operates more efficiently, which means more money in my pocket. I mean, your pocket.
Hey Dad, did you know that a new cooling system is less noisy and has a smart thermostat you can control from your phone?
How'd you get so smart?
Must be from Mom.
When it comes to your home's most important decisions, make the smart choice and trust your local Cedar Rapids Pro partner. We're in your neighborhood, so call today.
Welcome back to North Wilkesboro, where we're watching 3 wide with the 13 of Likens, the 15 of Keith, 23 of Schaefer, 14 of Bennett. Back and forth. This is outside the top 10. But on this restart for stage 2, it was Michael Call who claimed stage 1. And it is an accordion effect for drivers that brought it down pit road versus the drivers who didn't. But Michael Call, we questioned that restart there. Almost looked like a violation how much he shot out of there.
I don't know. He very well may have kept it within the lines, but if he did, man, he timed that thing perfectly. He had a 7/10 advantage going into turn 1. I mean, he just absolutely flew. We'll see.
Watch this.
We'll take one quick look at it here while things are rolling. Because, I mean, we got to appreciate in the full screen here just the sheer amount of pace the 5 had coming out of the blocks here. Part of me wonders if because the 45 wasn't quite all the way lined up to him. Nah, he was very much in the zone. The 45 just didn't get going, and nor did the car behind the 5, man. He caught him all asleep with the early restart zone launch, and that has helped him open up a 1-second lead over Jeremy Burns here. Because he got about 7 or 8 tenths of that just on the restart alone. So nice work there from the 5. Meanwhile, watching this battle here, the 41, Trevor Earhart on the outside, Carter Linz to the inside. Same with Pamitat diving in there in 3. good battle going as Matt Robinson poking around as well, seeing where he might find some room to rumble.
41 in the wall, big time there. Ends up losing the spot. Pamatat goes by. Ends up losing another position to Matt Robinson. This is 7th, 8th position, and now the 24 Owls all over the back bumper.
Yeah, and you can add Al Likens to that as well. The 41 under some serious pressure here for the 8th spot. As Nick Alves right in his tire tracks all the way up to the fence. Now maybe looking to cut in a little bit. Got Likens there as well, which I think is what forced the 24 to show some pause there. As now Alves looking to the top side. Likens to the inside trying to clear. Not quite, though. I mean, this is what happens, though, when you're caught in the middle of the pack. And this is only, 8th and 9th. I mean, you get caught in a situation like this, and the battling is just constant. There is nowhere to hide in a place as small as North Wilkesboro.
Nowhere to hide, and lap traffic could become a factor as well. And the battle continues up here in the top 5. Brandon Pamatat on the move. Works the outside of the 45. Gets around Tyler Harrison for 4th. Matt Robinson outside of the 45 for 5th.
Yeah, Robinson and Pamatat's cars coming to life here a little bit after this stage. They've moved up now to the 4th and 5th spot, respectively. Linz and Harrison down to 6th and 7th. And, keep an eye here as we jump on board with Robinson. These, cars from 3rd on back, they're kind of losing touch a little bit with the leaders. Burns has made in a good bit of progress in catch and call, but beyond that, the rest of this group, 1.8 seconds back now as Colin Burns really starting to set sail from the rest of the field. Oh, Michael Reed around.
91. Caution is out.
He gets that car pointed the right direction again. I don't know if he had any wall contact, but man, that is a bit of a hard hit, and that car does not look like it's quite rolling right. Take here a look at the replay.
Reed had worked his way close to the top 10 here. Got sideways on his own.
Yeah, just lost the back end, then Trevor Keith nowhere to go with the 91 sideways in front of him. That brings out caution number 6 on the night. Some takers for pit road as well. We'll take one more look here to see what happened. And you can see Reed, he gets in there and just tries to get back on the throttle coming off of turn 2 once he clears Earhart, and the back end just completely steps out on him.
The very tricky racetrack and a very tricky car. The track car combo. A lot of what we're seeing here tonight. Again, Alex Gagnon, Bradley Cooper, Dougie Beard providing the best cameras that we have to offer on iRacing. Check us out, vspeedsim.com. Jeremy Burns now has the lead. So a little toss up here. The 5 brought it down pit road as those takers, the top 3 had stayed out during that first stage. Now it's going to be up to the 9 and the 53 to hold on.
If I'm Michael Call, I'll be honest, I don't know if this is the time I would have come down pit road. I know pitting under green is not great, but you could probably gamble on some more yellows coming out here with the way this race has gone tonight. And you've put yourself right back in the middle of the hornet's nest here with how this race has been going. That car's got a lot of speed, but that's also a spot where you really can't control your own fate if something goes wrong. I think the 9 and the 53 might have the right idea for now, but you never know. I could say that, and then they could rattle off another 140 laps here, green, no problems. Just the nature of how these things go sometimes. But putting yourself back in the middle of the pack here with the amount of yellows we've had tonight is always a bit of a risk.
Always a risk, and it's a gamble, but strategy has paid dividends. Green flags back out, lap 63.
Just the one nice thing about North Wilkesboro, the pace lap's pretty quick because there's, not a lot of track they need to cover. You see Burns, Robinson, and Rader settling into the top 3. Nice move here from the 11 to pounce on it. He moves up to the 2nd spot. And he has been on a slow and steady march to the front here as he nearly gets into the back bumper of Burns in 1 and 2.
Had a big run there off of turn 4. Tried to carry it into the corner. See if he can do it again. He'll get to the inside. Peaks left. Lead held on right now by the 9. Car sideways in the background. Able to save it. That was Ryan Munoz. He'll look through wide.
Yeah, he's trying to get around Sirkovich here, but he's also got Forget to his outside. Same with Michael Reed. Oh, that's going to get dicey. They save it, but boy, there was a good bit of contact there. They were running out of racing room.
It is a hornet's nest back here. 12th on back. You got Likens in 16th just ahead. This battle between the 91 of Reed, the 39 of Grant Turner. Al Likens to the inside. We saw the 13 involved in some stuff early in this race. But look at the carnage almost. It is so tight. We got drivers with fresher tires trying to work their way through this field. There's no right or wrong place to be.
No, the only place that is the wrong place to be is if you get caught up behind someone who's spinning, which we've seen a few times here tonight. Otherwise, you're just trying to slice and dice, find any bit of available track that you can. As we're on board here with Michael Call, who's worked his way already back to 10th and is continuing to look for more as he's now working on the back bumper of Caleb Gilbert. Here's the onboard shot with the 5.
A lot of work goes into this. Watch the wheel. In real time. I mean, you're locked in. Full focus to the inside of Caleb Gilbert. Gilbert's worked his way back up to 9th. 33, the standout here. Dylan Picklesheimer, it says up 4 spots, but remember, he was outside the top 20 at one point.
Yeah, he started this race basically a lap down with that initial caution. And he's done a great job working his way back through the field. Currently running in the 8th spot, as you see Call moving up now to the 9th. Some good battling going on here as we make our way on to lap 72. And here's the battle for 3rd. Pamitat looking to the outside of Raider. The 53 almost lost it. He was able to catch it, but has to give up the fight temporarily to the 87. And Pamitat continues his charge to the front. This is the highest he's been all night.
Matt Robinson up 15 positions, biggest mover in this race so far. Jeremiah Nelson, the 31, kind of the biggest loser right now, down 16, all the way back to 25th, but on board here with Pamitat as the leaders in focus. It's a handful here, Alex. And when you get somebody like Pamitat, this is the name that we've seen up front, especially at road courses. He's done really well at Sonoma. But you look at the 87 right now, he's got 2 drivers in front of him that are standouts in this series. He's looking for his breakout day. Brandon Pamitat has definitely shown the speed that he can win one of these races.
Absolutely. I mean, he's had some great speed throughout the season. It's just been a little inconsistent at times. But when he's, kind of on the top of his game, he's very much a top 5 car. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Still a lot of race, though, so I'm not going to try to be like, oh, this is going to be the one for him because, that'll jinx him something crazy. But, so far through the opening 76, he's looked pretty stout as he currently keeps that 87 machine into 3rd spot. Call now, it gets around Dakota Floyd. How about Dakota Floyd after 2 early incidents? He's worked his way back to the top 10 as well after what could have easily been considered an absolute nightmare start. This is a great spot for him to be with a lot of time left in this race. As you see, he's running 8th. Call now working on Trevor Keith just ahead of him here. Oh, Reed's around again on the back straightaway. 91 into the infield wall. But I don't think that's going to bring out the yellow because he's out of the racing line.
Be back on an instant replay and figure out what happened to Reed. Guys to the inside, that's the 54 of Gilbert. Contact off the right or left side of Gilbert into the inside wall. but off the racing surface into the infield grass, if you will. Gonna lose a lap.
So we'll try to get that thing patched up. A little surprised, honestly, that iRacing deemed that not a caution. But we forge on to see the 91 patched up back on the racetrack here. In position to potentially get one of those laps back here. He's currently the third car in line. Scored 2 laps down, but very much has a chance to try to get one of them back here if he's got some speed in that thing. And that also could raise a bit of a pick and roll situation here for Raider trying to work on Pamitat. Because now the 87 has to figure out how to get away from lap traffic here. Now that it's just kind of inserted itself into the middle of this top 5. Raider applying a lot of pressure, and don't look now, but Michael Call back up to 5th, and he is on fresher tires than a lot of these guys.
The outside of Rob Raider, 53. 5 chooses the outside. He'll get the run. Raider doesn't give him much room, but it's still enough for the nose. The 5 looking at the back door of Pamitat. Look inside now. 5 cars bad fast tonight.
Now to the inside of Pamitat he goes, looking for that 3rd spot. He will take it. Call now continues that charge. Robinson continues to apply pressure to Burns just up ahead of him as now Pamitat gets right to the back bumper of the 5 because he's also trying to get going because Rob Raider now to the inside. He's got a nose just barely hanging on to the corner there. Not quite able to stay alongside him. Now going to try to work his way in off the corner. It was a good run through the middle of the corner. Couldn't hold it though. Little loose, has to back out of it. Here's a good battle here. This is Earhart and Orlando battling just outside the top 10.
A hard fight here for the 27, the 41. 41's going to get clear here off of turn 4. Slides up in front. That opens up the door for Ryan Munoz in the 81. It's all a dogfight. That's how it feels. I reference that as anybody that's watched Top Gun will understand. Control, actually, that's Days of Thunder. Control is just an illusion.
Yeah, there you go. And I mean, we've seen that here tonight. These guys have been kind of on the knife's edge, and it looks like they're finally starting to find that balance a little bit here. But it certainly took them some time here this evening to kind of finally get comfortable on the racetrack. And this is a track that is pretty dangerous if you let it be. This is 6 cautions, 2 lead changes, and very soon might be 3. Robinson and Call are on the back bumper of Burns here up front. They're starting to apply some heat, and we might see ourselves another couple lead changes here. The way this may settle out, as they are also Michael Reed has indeed gotten that one of those laps back, so now only scored 1 lap down. Oh, 3 wide to Floyd's around with Sam Taylor on the front straightaway. That was not gonna work. And somehow this, okay, I'm about to say, how did they not throw the yellow? They are parked up there at the entrance to turn 1. They were 3 wide coming off the corner, and that was not going to work.
I officially am never showing Jeremy Burns on the broadcast again. Every time I've tried to put his camera up, something's happened.
So Harrison, Floyd, and Sam Taylor. I don't know if that was a case of Harrison not knowing he was on the bottom of 3 wide or what the deal was there necessarily. So the lap prior, you saw what happened with Linz and Taylor with Nick Alves in the middle. But yeah, take a look at this. I mean, it's Floyd gets to the inside of the 3, the 45 gets to the inside of the 57, and just, I mean, I don't know if you're Sam Taylor, if you just have nowhere to go at this point. Really, or Dakota Floyd. I mean, they both got up about as far up as they could there.
It's on board with Taylor.
everything's going to look fine until it very suddenly does not, and you're just
Okay.
looking directly into the cockpit there of the 57.
You have nowhere else to go. I mean, you saw him bounce the wall there. And just ran out of racetrack for the 3 and now down pit road. Dakota Floyd's going to end up staying out to get a lap led. 53 laps on the stint. Michael Call, Matt Robinson. The 5 of Call was able to get around the 11 on pit road. If you're Dakota Floyd, you're in a different situation now. There's a 52 lap difference on the stint now. Probably 40 of those under green. If you're Dakota Floyd, what's going on?
I mean, this has been maybe the most up and down night for the 57. I mean, he started up front, was in 2 incidents early, got his way back to the front in another incident. This is those races that, you know, it's already been so taxing as a driver, and then you see that you still aren't even halfway, and you just go, oh man. But, you know, you're at the front here. We'll see what shape that car's in.
Gonna find out. A little bit of right front damage, but he is the control car on this restart. Here we go. Back live at Wilkesboro. Got the jump he wanted. Looking 3 wide.
Immediately washes up the track. Michael Call to the inside, 3 wide coming off of turn 2. Burns has got the lead, and now Call and Pamitat going to try to apply the pressure down low.
They hold on to it somehow. Call still trying to clear the 57 who gets touched by the 11.
Oh,
Still
don't go 4
contact.
wide.
They're looking at it.
They're thinking about it. It's already 3 wide. They thought about making it 4. Oh, man. This is not going to end well if they keep this up.
We've seen it before, and the tire fall off not as bad here at Wilkesboro that we've seen at other tracks. But still, for the 57, it's fallen through the field.
Yeah, Dakota Floyd going the wrong way in a hurry as he gets pressed 3 wide there. Oh, Al Likens into the inside wall on the front straightaway. I think we're going to stay green, but the 13 took a shot there. As we continue to watch 2 and 3 wide throughout this field, I mean, this is just gnarly right now. I am floored that they somehow got out of it. They were nearly 4 wide at a track that I don't even think standing still you could put 4 cars alongside each other here.
And at the halfway point, we find ourselves getting ready to find those volume knobs. And let's get maxed out here on Vspeed. Sights and sounds from North Wilkesboro. Raider is around, and in that confusion I hit the wrong button, but I gotta say the 53 sideways here.
Yeah, he is, and that was not a particularly light shot. Definitely some left front damage here to the 53. We'll take a look, see what happened to him. He's battling here with Lins. This is inside the top 10. I believe it's inside the top 5.
Sideways on his own.
Yeah, it looks like it. Back end just stepped out on him. And,
Oh, the
yep,
kiss on the wall after the fact.
that's what did it. He gets stuck in the wall there for a moment, it looks like. I was a little confused at first. I saw he hit the wall, but I had missed initially how he had spun down there. So I was wondering if that incident had did it. Turns out no, it was just trying to get going again. The moment he got off the brake, that car just rolled right into the inside wall. So the 53 going to bring it down pit road for some very needed repairs, which will put Burns and Call back up at the front. Pamitat, Robinson, Linz, Harrison going to be your front 3 rows when this thing gets rolling again. Rob Rader had us a good bit of speed here tonight, but going to have to get some of that damage buffed out if he's going to keep battling for it. As you see Nelson and Turner and a whole bunch of cars filing off the pit road just as the leaders are going by. Pit exit here at North Wilkesboro, very tight.
It was tight right there. The 13.
Oh, he
Lincoln's.
missed the entrance to pit road, I think.
No, he was just behind the pace car there on the exit. Watch this.
Oh, yeah, so the pace car is coming around here. Oh, so does he leave pit road just a second too? Yeah, he does. Gets trapped behind the pace car. Oh, man, that is brutal for the 13.
64 was close as well.
Yeah. Looks like the 64, though, is allowed to go on ahead. 13. Going to have to take a wave around here, which cycles them all the way back. 9 and the 5. Getting ready to restart, though. Next time around, I believe this should be the last lap with the lights on. They, I think, extended a lap here to get the field set because there was a lot of cars trying to get caught up to the tail end. So now, lights are off on the pace car this time around. We will be going green once again.
111 laps complete now. Jeremy Burns up front. Track that never paid points before this point. This moment right here, this is where you get your restart. We saw it at the beginning of the race. The 5 could absolutely take it. He did it once in the 1 and 2. Let's see if he can do it again.
Oh, he's trying a little over-under here. He's going to get to the inside, maybe? Not quite. Pamitat Robinson battling for third as they run. And some good stuff going on here all the way up to the fence. You know, I thought they were going to be running a little bit lower in the groove here, but they're running a lot higher tonight. I think it's because they're able to get a better run off the corner. And that seems to be working out for the most part. That, and also especially if you're battling side by side, you don't lose your exit with a car to your outside if you're on that outside lane. So, oh, contact Schaefer in the back. He's hard into the fence. And oh, they were sliding 4 wide to get by. He keeps this thing rolling. But he took a hard shot down the back straightaway. And then everyone had to roll on by. Keep an eye, the gold number 23 right in the middle of your screen. High side going through 1 and 2. Lost a little bit. Door contact with Thorpe and then hard into the fence.
Or wide. Could have went wrong.
Miraculous that they had enough room to do that.
Robinson still not able to clear Pamitat. They've been side by side since this restart.
Yeah, it's costing them some time here to the leaders. It's now the 11 finally going to clear. Pamitat tried filling the hole. Not quite able to. He actually, I think, maybe got into Linz there a little bit, who hit the fence. 66 not going to be too thrilled about that, I'm sure, as he's now poking back to the outside here in 4.
And there's a side-by-side battle with Caleb Gilbert, Tyler Harrison. This is 8th position up for grabs. Caleb Gilbert looking bad fast. Got a victory this season. It's actually a few weeks ago that happened. We had that off week. I think these guys are readjusting. That off week threw me off.
Yeah, me too. And, you know, when you're on most weeks of the year for this league, having the rare week off, it does throw you if it's part of your normal routine. But, you know, for some of these guys who may have needed the break to kind of, you know, reset, it could not have come at a better time with 5 races to go before the postseason. And you see Alves and Harrison battling off the back bumper of Gilbert. A lot of the guys in this field right now looking for a big result here tonight, because this will be a good, you know, test, because we also have a couple more short tracks coming up before the end of the regular season. So if you run well here, you could be setting yourself up really good for runs at those other short tracks and could be hauling a ton of points to that cut line before we hit the cut day.
I'm back here with Grant Thorpe. He had contact earlier. Working side by side. That's the 27 of Kevin Orlando. We have 20 cars still on the lead lap. Jacob Sirkovich, the tail end of this field. It's 12th through about 17th right now that's up for grabs. A lot of fighting going on side by side with Munoz and Earhart.
Yeah, Earhart trying to work the inside. It's been a bit of an up and down day for the 41. We've seen him battling inside the top 10 at times. We've also seen him hit the wall a little bit here. He's currently sitting back in that 13th spot. Munoz, we've seen have some issues as well. I mean, basically everyone in this group, because just behind them, look who it is. It's that 57. He is, what's the name of that, you know, the Greek story? Sisyphus, rolling the boulder up the hill just for it to roll all the way back down. He is, he's doing the task that
That's
never
a
ends.
reference.
Yeah,
if you
man.
Didn't know.
He is,
Wow.
he is, you know, rolling that boulder up the hill. It rolls back down. He rolls the boulder up the hill. It rolls back down. Although I can't imagine Dakota Floyd as happy as Sisyphus may be, because boy, has it been a trying night for the 57.
That is a Kenneth Bueno reference right there. That is something out of pocket. I gotta say, I'm not familiar with that, but I'm gonna Google it right now.
I'll take that as a high bit of praise then, having any sort of reference to Kenneth. He's also
He's the only
really,
guy that's
really
got me to
good at this.
Google something. I don't know what I'm talking about right now.
Yeah, I believe it's a SISPHYUS. Yeah.
Everybody in the chat's Googling it as well.
Hell yeah.
Here too.
Well, if you haven't had a chance to learn about Sisyphus, do so, because he's a very interesting story. He basically gets banished by the Greek gods, and his punishment is you have to roll this boulder up the hill for all eternity.
This is mythology on Vspeed.
That might be a first. And speaking of first, we've got ourselves the battle for the lead. It's heating up right now. His call got alongside Burns for a moment. Losing out a little bit, though, here. I think he may have burned up his stuff a little bit on that last attempt. Settling back in, trying again.
And I'm telling you, the 5 car right now, I'm biased on the number 5. He has looked so good here tonight. He is doing everything he can to get around Jeremy Burns. They are clocked out 1.6 seconds ahead of Matt Robinson. They are 1/10 separated here, coming off of 4.
Yeah, and you see the little bit of a wiggle there for the 5. You know, he keeps trying to get on the throttle just a little bit earlier so he can stay alongside the 9 on these straightaways. And, you know, the car just protesting him at every opportunity right now. But these guys are really turning up the wick right now. They are pulling away from Robinson and Linz. And this is going to be a really intriguing battle as they go. Little combination look at Call and Burns. And we've gotten more than 0.2 seconds with Jeremy Burns on the screen without a yellow. That's a new record for tonight.
Hey, we're doing as best as we can, but that shirt is in between. That shirt is in between. He is smiling right now. He knows he's shark in the water. That's a smirk of somebody that knows I got you.
Oh, yeah. So the 9 doing what he needs to do to stay in front of his teammate right now, but these guys are applying a ton of pressure on the rest of the field to figure something out, and figure something out in a hurry here. So we make our way on the lap 134 About 2/3 of the way through this one now at North Wilkesboro. Robinson almost 2 seconds adrift in third. I mean, this is, they're putting on a clinic up at the front right now.
We have to go all the way back to Nick Alves, Caleb Gilbert. This is a 7th place battle. 54 really wide off of turn 2. Nick Alves looking bad fast. You also have Dylan Picklesheimer, who's flirting with the top 5 with Trevor Keith. A side-by-side battle deeper in this field. We have to go really far back. Trevor Earhart actually working the outside. That's the 91.
Who is in the free pass position right now. Michael Reed at one point was 2 laps down. Now he is only 1 lap down. And as far as where cars are running in the field, currently would be scored 12th. So if he was on the lead lap. So like the 91 definitely has some pace here tonight. I think he just needs a yellow to get that lap back. And he might be able to be making some noise in the top 10 here. But it's kind of just been an uphill climb for the 91 here tonight.
We're not pushing that rock again, are we?
I will only dub the 57 as the rock pusher here tonight. Because, I mean, he has been a part of, 3 or 4 separate incidents now, and yet continues to work his way up to the field. I mean, currently now in 11th.
10.
Yeah. It's been a crazy night for Dakota Floyd. There's still about 60 laps to go to maybe make this a really special one, because clearly he's got some speed. Even after all of that, continues to put himself in position to make something happen.
Looking off the back end of Caleb Gilbert and Nick Alves, side by side with a 45. Tyler Harrison looking for the 8th spot.
And he might just get it here through 3 and 4. Nose alongside the nose of the 24 as they come across the stripe. I mean, there's a dead heat there for 8th between those two. Alves up to the wall, Harrison back down low. They will continue this battle, which is allowing Caleb Gilbert to get a little bit of separation and hold on for that 7th spot for now. Neither Alves nor Harrison able to get any separation here. Another lap where it's a dead heat.
Harrison buries it into turn 1, almost makes door contact, slides up the racetrack, gets a really good run off of turn 2. Can he take it into 3 to complete this pass? He has the 54, kind of checking him up a little bit. It's going to be close. Just about clear. He might get a 2 for 1.
Oh, there was a moment there where he was clear, but just not able to get that car to wrap the bottom enough. He's almost there.
Yeah, he's got it clear on the 24. He's going to look for the second one now on the 54 of Gilbert.
Oh, meanwhile, Calls alongside Burns for the lead. These guys side by side as they're running right now, and I believe that's 1 and 2. No, 3 and 4 coming off here toward the stripe. Dead heat between Burns and Call at the line. Oh, I mean, these guys are teammates, but you got to imagine this is a big source of pride for these two of who's going to be the lead car with 40 or 55 laps to go.
Burns able to hold him off again. And look at the focus of both these guys. Longwood University. That wheel does not look symmetrical to that 6'3", but he is doing everything he can.
Yeah, you can see he's working that wheel a little bit, seesawing it, coming off the corner. And that's what you need to do at a place like this to keep that speed up. As you see, Call actually tapped the wall there in 1 and 2. Going to give Burns just a touch of separation as they continue to work their way around. And, don't look now, but this has got to be the longest green flag run of the race. Could not have come at a better time, too. Letting these guys settle in for a nice long run potentially to the end here.
This is looking like green flag pit stops at Wilkesboro. What do you think about that? I don't think we've witnessed it here on Vspeed.
I know for sure I haven't. And also, if you had asked me at any point in the first third of this race, I said there's not a chance it would happen.
Yeah, look at the trend.
Hey, look, we're back up to an even amount of lead changes and cautions. At one point, I think that number was 6 and 2, so 8 and 8. We're getting some good battles up front. Cautions have certainly dampered out a little bit. This is This is getting into some real short track in here with about 50 to go.
Top 5 up for grabs. Dylan Picklesheimer working with the 15 of Trevor Keith. You have the 45 in the background there. Who's going to end up with this position for the top 5? Picklesheimer's working really hard to get around.
Yeah, we haven't talked about Dylan Picklesheimer a ton here tonight, but it's been a fantastic drive for the 33. Says he started 12th, but that does not tell you the whole story. Had to basically start this thing from pit road. Fell all the way back to the tail end of the field, had to work his way back up. He's got some pretty noticeable left side door damage. But that 33 continues to work his way forward and is on the cusp of breaking into the top 5.
Always a new problem here on Vspeed. If you're noticing that Earhart Holmes says we see a little bump and run.
Well, the bump was there. Not really a whole lot of running, but certainly gave him
close.
a shot there in 3 and 4.
Yeah, letting the 15 know, hey, I'm faster.
Yeah. And I think that's also a little bit of the urgency now that Harrison's on the back bumper and being like, all right, if you're not going to move, I'm going to have to move. So more contact there between the 33 and the 15. Trevor Keith definitely getting vocal here, and I am sure it's partially to do with getting the back door knocked down here by the 33.
There's a look to the inside by Harrison. Surprise move from the 45. 33 washes out wide.
That was expertly timed from the 45. Caught him sleeping a little bit. Jumps to the inside, not quite clear. Oh, they're making contact. Into the wall they go. Harrison's around. That's going to bring out the yellow. Harrison was about 3 inches of not being clear, and that was all you needed to send that 45 up into the fence. And not a particularly thrilled-looking driver at the moment. Can't say I blame him. That is going to be a costly issue here with less than 50 to go. And a lot of cars dive in the pit road. Take a look here at the replay. Harrison almost had him cleared. Key word, though, being almost.
Right there.
There was a split second where he was clear. He probably got the spotter cue saying he was. But, Picklesheimer on that outside lane was able to get the throttle down a little bit earlier. Able to put the nose just barely back into the frame. And, yeah, that was just enough for the two of them to get linked together off of 2. Almost had our first KSX pit barrels moment of the night there, too.
Yeah.
Picklesheimer did a good job avoiding those.
Down pit road, though, everybody taking, well, I say taking, no, they did some 2-tire. We did no tire. Trevor Keith looks like fuel only in the 15. You have 4-tire stops for the guys outside the top 15. A lot of these guys took right sides only. Let's watch these replays back on the pit stop. Maybe just enough fuel. The left side's only. This is confusing to me.
Yeah, we're going to have to take a look at this here. Certainly we didn't just see a left side only stop, did we?
I think we did. No.
Okay. Right sides are up. So 4 tires at least for the 9 and the 5. Definitely, though, some shorter stops from cars deeper in the field to get some track position. So Keith Linz roll off here pretty fast. Dakota Floyd, I think, is about 6th or 7th off of pit road. His odyssey continues here tonight.
But again, this is very confusing. The pace car's pulling off quickly. We get set to go back green. There was a car that just got a wave around there.
Now, I want to say it was a couple of those cars who got caught behind the pace car coming off of pit road, similar to what we saw with Al Likens earlier. But green flags back out. Yeah, this field definitely a little bit disjointed. But we're going to rock and roll. It's Burns and Call out once again up at the front. Call, big move to the inside. Closes the door on Trevor
with
Keith.
A black flag here on this restart violation.
Oh, man. That could be absolutely devastating. Oh, Pamitat sideways across the start-finish line. Oh, we're going to stay green for that, but I don't know if we're going to stay green for whatever just happened in front of him. Ben Laughter sideways for a moment. Nope, we stay green. You know, by all means, we're going to keep this thing rolling according to iRacing. There's what happened with Pamitat. And then Laughter followed suit hard into the inside wall, but got that car pointed directly the right way again. So what a couple laps.
The five has got to bring it down pit road. Has to serve it. 57's around. Dakota Floyd's going to bring out the caution, and the 5 cannot serve his penalty.
Oh, because he hadn't gotten down to his box yet. Oh, I'm sure Michael Call fuming right now. I'm sure Dakota Floyd is too. I think that's the 4th incident now we've seen the 57 in. Maybe 5th, but minimum 4th.
We have to go back so far to figure this all out.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack here. So, Call takes the outside on this restart. Wave around cars, do their thing. Field gets caught up to the pace car literally just as it's peeling off the track.
Watch here. And maintain. Does it go before? Yeah, he beats the 9 to the line there. And that's so close. Watch this again.
I mean, he didn't overdo it by much. We'll see if we can take another look at it here. It's that first line.
Yeah. That's where he loses right here. Is he beats the 9 to that stripe, and it's not by much. But you pause this, the 5 is across it. And
with the white splitter, you almost don't even notice it. Man. And the 5 has been so good here tonight. That is absolutely brutal. And then with the caution there to Floyd, not able to get into his box in time, I believe, to serve that penalty. So I think Call knew coming off of 2 that he got that black flag, and that's why he made that aggressive move to the bottom right off the jump, because he knew that was the only time he was going to be able to get that low on the racetrack.
Now he's going to get down to pit road, but you watch the 5, and then we saw what happened to Ben Laughter on that replay. 57 is going to happen a couple laps later. Keep watching.
We saw what happened to the 64. We also saw what happened to
87, I think.
Yeah, Pamitat.
Yeah.
What happens here? I think it's got to be this time around.
Yeah.
Just lost the back end. All right, well, we're going green in just a moment here, so we'll take it back to the live feed. As we get going, it's going to be Linz Burns in the restart zone. Green flag back in the air. 33 laps to go in North Wilkesboro.
And it's every man for himself now. You get down to 30 to go. The drivers that we haven't talked much about, Carter Lenz has been quiet most of the night, running the top 10. But he is challenging for the lead now.
Yeah, it's been a relatively quiet night for Lenz. Oh, Robinson got way out of the throttle there off of 2. I think he just lost about 6 or so spots. Oh, and now Pamitat's around at the entrance of pit road. And that's going to bring the yellow back out. And what a whirlwind.
I'm getting closer to my number.
You did say 12, and that number looks like it's coming in real nice for you. However, we've had a couple here in quick succession that might be throwing that off. Here's what happens to Brandon Pamitat.
3 wide behind him there. Schaefer on the bottom. 53 Raider clears. I think he just gets loose on his own. There's no way.
Yeah. Nowhere for Rob Raider to go. He'll get to the side of the 87 as well. But, man, that is it's a tough break there for the 87. He had a great first half of this race, and it's really coming unglued. Raider got on the brakes, but I mean, just nowhere to go when the car's sideways in front of you.
Oh, and Alex Forchette, who had just got back on the lead lap, the 19 was around on that as well. had a late grid to the race, got put a lap down because he started from pit road, had a black flag exiting pit road for speeding. It might actually get...
Oh, man. I tell you what, more than any other track tonight, or any other track on the schedule, the amount of times we've seen a car get caught behind the pace car leaving pit road tonight has been genuinely unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like every time there's a caution, there's at least one car getting trapped behind the space car. And, you know, they get the wave around, but with how fast the pace laps here go, some of these guys haven't even caught back up to the field by the time the green flags come out.
Pushing it to the brink there. 19's been behind the 8 ball all night, and if he ends up in the top 10, that's the rock pusher right there, in my opinion.
Well, I tell you what, it would be an incredible, Herculean effort to get up there. I feel like the rock pusher, you need to have the ups to have the downs, and right now it's just been all down for Forget, man. He has just been chipping away at this thing, just hoping for a break, and they have not come so far.
Green flag back underway here at North Wilkesboro with the 9 of Jeremy Burns. Has a 66 of Carter Lenz to the inside. It's not going to be enough here off of turn 2.
A lot of cars bumping around here through the middle and back of the field, but up front, Burns is trying to hold off Carter Lenz, who almost lost it off of 4. Big save now to the inside of the 9. Here comes Trevor Keith. Oh, and Kevin Orlando, heavy front end damage on the front stretch. And that is going to bring out caution number 12. Now, if your predictions to hold true here, Bradley, we got to have no more yellows the rest of the night.
Yeah, we got to go 25 to the end here.
They've proven they can do that, but also we've had a couple in a row here. Take a look here at what happened to the 27.
Got loose a little bit there. We'll watch it one more time from our blimp camera. 27 comes across the nose of the 64. I think he was loose before that. Nope, 64 came up into him.
Yeah, another situation where it's like, if you're running that bottom lane, the natural place you want to exit is that middle lane if you have a car to your outside. But a situation where, if that car to your outside doesn't go all the way up to the wall, you might be running out of space, and that is what happened there. Is that there were 3 wide, and sometimes that's all you can do.
Going to take a quick break here from North Wilkesboro. Got plenty of racing left to do. We are 7/8 through this race, something like that. There you go. More coverage continues. The Chapman Cup Series right after this.
JS Racing. We're in the game.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Hey Dad, did you know that replacing your cooling system reduces repair costs and improves energy efficiency? Plus it operates more efficiently, which means more money in my pocket. I mean, your pocket.
Hey Dad, did you know that a new cooling system is less noisy and has a smart thermostat you can control from your phone?
How'd you get so smart?
Must be from Mom.
When it comes to your home's most important decisions, make the smart choice and trust your local Cedar Rapids Pro partner. We're in your neighborhood, so call today.
Welcome back here to North Wilkesboro.
Whoa,
Yeah,
Rob
Jeremy
Waiter.
Burns, 53 into the wall, big time.
Wow, shot out of a cannon just as we were coming back. Sorry, I know that was probably a very abrupt return from commercial there, folks. But literally, as Bradley said, welcome back to 53. Launched out of a cannon into the outside wall. This is
restart.
Yeah, this is the replay here. Take a look at this here, going into turn one. Oh man, got all of Sirkovich there, I believe, too. To the 88, up toward the wall, and the 53, man, gets him flush along the driver's side. That is going to be some pretty significant damage, both the 53 and the 88. It's going to regroup this for, well, it'll probably be about a 14, 15 lap shootout.
I'm going to go with 12. I'm still stuck on that number. It's looking like 15 for you, though.
It's trending that direction. Hopefully we don't get there. Otherwise, we may need some extra laps. But Jeremy Burns, Carter Linz, that front row. Linz has had a couple of really good restarts where he stayed alongside him for a few laps, but hasn't had that extra little bit of speed he needs to clear the 9, which is going to be really critical with how little time is left in this race.
Not to sound arrogant or anything, but predictions here on Vspeed, for some reason, we can speak cautions into existence. We can also predict the future. So if you like what we do here at Vspeed, and you want to know what's going to happen in the stock market, this is not financial advice. Just go ahead and check out vspeedsim.com. How do you like that plug? How about that?
Hey, there you go. That sounds like a safe bet in my book.
Alex Gagnon and Bradley Cooper. We do a fantastic job with Dougie Beard and the best cameras in the world as we get set up here for a points-paying race in North Wilkesboro. It's going to be 13 to go from the line. That matches the caution count here. Short track racing at its best. Back under green. How about Justin Ritchie?
I was just about to say, we have not seen that 55 much tonight, but boy, has he got himself in position when it counts. And I think we have some carnage in the back, but we stay green. Forget got tangled up there with Caleb Gilbert. But up front, Carter Linz, Jeremy Burns continue to do battle for the lead here. The 66 and the 9 almost running out of room there in the turn 1. Linz is trying to pry away this lead and just has not been able to clear Burns yet.
Been to the inside several times, this time off of turn 4. He's going to have it by a nose and lead his first lap of the day. Another lead change with just over 10 to go.
He continues to try to work the inside of the 9, the 66, back down to the bottom in 3 and 4. Not having the speed he needs to clear, but he continues to work. Oh, into the wall! Burns and Linz tangled the 66 sideways. And I think that was almost a carbon copy of what happened
and Trevor
to
got
Tyler.
The lead.
Oh, yeah, he did. Tyler Harrison, what happened to him back earlier in this race, just not quite being clear of Picklesheimer. Similar situation here with Linz and Burns. We'll take one more look at it. Linz was trying everything to clear the 9 and just coming off a 4 here. Just a hair too short of being fully clear. Take a look here from the sky cam, might get us a better angle of this. Yeah, just a hair too short.
With the 15.
What
it's
a move.
The lead out of that.
Yeah, that was a heads-up display of driving there from Trevor Keith, who's by his own accord had a few races get away from him here this season. Most notably, you think back a few weeks ago to San Diego. All of a sudden, though, he may have stolen one at the wire here if he gets a strong restart, because they're only going to have about 4 or 5 laps left to settle this thing when they go green.
and we've made several references to it tonight, Alex, but rolling the rock, I think that gum is petrified at this point. It is part of him.
It gotta be. It's gotta be about as hard as a rock as things are going tonight. But I tell you what, seems to be working. It's kept him focused. It's kept him in the hunt. And now what'll be the most pivotal restart of the night will be restarting on the front row. Jeremy Burns to his inside. Justin Ritchie, Trevor Earhart. That second row. Matt Robinson, Dylan Picklesheimer, row 3. And this is...
it's something.
It's something, man. It's the way things have been going tonight. I still have no idea how this thing's going to finish.
Well, I can tell you, you're really close. One more yellow for green, white, checkered?
I'm not going to say I'd like to see it happen, but I will say it does feel like a realistic outcome given the way we're going tonight.
You've been on par. This is the Price is Right.
This is. So far, so good. But pace car going to peel off. It'll be 5 laps to go when they take the green.
Let's see if the 15 can keep it under 15. Can he make it to the white flag? It will be 5 to go at the stripe. North Wilkesboro has not disappointed. We had green flag runs. We've had short track tempers. And the 15 gets out to a great jump. Can he hold off Jeremy Burns in these closing laps?
Here we go down in the 3 and 4. Keith, Burns, and then it's Ritchie and Earhart battling side by side for third. Off the corner, though, 4 laps to go. Burns a car length off the back bumper of the 15.
It's 4 to go at the stripe. Cars in the wall in the background. Side by side for 9th position. Ryan Munoz into the top 10 for the 81. He's on the apron.
3 to go now.
Oh, 64's around.
Oh, Ben Laughter sideways across the stripe. Is that going to bring out a yellow? Yes, it is. We're going to be going to a green, white, checkered. Trevor Keith going to have to nail one more restart here. If he's going to stay ahead of the 9 of Jeremy Burns, Burns is going to get one more crack at it because I don't think that was the restart he was looking for to contend there with the 15.
And there's the 27 into the wall that sets this up, coming off of 4.
Yeah, and that was a classic case of Laughter could see the 27 was there, didn't go all the way up because he knew the car was there, but obviously Grant Turner with a side pod full of the 64, no clue that the 27 was there, was expecting the 64 to move higher up, and you know, that's just one of those domino effects that happen so fast at a place like North Wilkesboro, you just don't have the time to react.
Happening so fast, I'm having troubles rewinding it. Watch this, into 3.
So we'll see what happens to Orlando first here. He gets tagged by Sirkovich going into the corner. And then, 27 trying to keep it going. And then Laughter goes around here with Turner. Man, this is just one of those deals where it's going to be wild. So obviously, green white checkered attempt. If anyone is new here joining us mid-season, we're going to get a 2-lap shootout. The green flag, the white flag, the checkered. If they take the white flag, the next flag, checkered or yellow, ends the race. If there is an incident before the green white checkered, I think they'll re-rack it to try it one last time. So potentially the final restart here for Trevor Keith, trying to close this one out after he is kind of snuck his way past the 9 of Jeremy Burns, who has been one of the cars to beat all night long.
That last restart did not go the way of the 9. Will this one favor? Been a dominant car here today. We also have Michael Call back on the lead lap deep in this field. Green flag is out, back underway. Will the 15 of Keith hold on to it? Justin Ritchie on the outside line into 1 and 2. Sideways for the 41.
Oh, and Earhart is around in front of Linz. Stacks up the back, and that is going to bring out the yellow. We will be going to our last attempt at the green-white checkered since we did not take the white flag. It was a great launch for Trevor Keith. It was a great launch for Justin Ritchie. That 55 followed him every step of the way there, and I don't know. When the caution came out, he may have had position over the 9.
I believe he did.
I almost wonder if that actually may work out better for Burns being able to time his run at the same time as the 15.
If I'm the 15, I'm starting inside. I do not want the 9 behind me. I'm going to make sure. I'm going to start on the outside. I'm going to make sure on this choose that he is not there.
Yeah. This is, so this is what happens to Earhart. I mean, he just drives it in there, back end steps out, and he's trying to save it and just can't quite. At the time of caution, yeah, Ritchie looks like he still had the nose ahead.
Barely. So close.
It's you know, they talk about racing, especially at short tracks, you know, it's a game of inches, and we've seen that a couple times here tonight. You know, the restart violation on call, deciding who was second and who was third there at the caution between Ritchie and Burns. I mean, sometimes it just comes down to a fraction of, you know, a car length, and that could make all the difference. That's how Keith got the lead. He was only a fraction of the way ahead of Burns when that yellow came out between him and Linz. And that was enough for the 15 to jump up there. And he hasn't let it go yet. And now he just needs to nail one last restart, and he'll be able to bring it home.
Speaking of bringing it home, this might be the one there, Trevor. This might be the one, buddy.
Oh, too early, Bradley. No.
One last restart.
One last restart. Brother, we got to be clean. We got to get it. Just like the last 2 restarts, we've been pretty good. So just the same thing. Hit my marks. Finish the race.
All right. I'm going to let you do it. I just got to bring you up on camera. You smiling.
What team?
Hopefully I'm coming back.
Performance.
What team?
Performance Motorsports.
Right.
Yeah, performance.
All right. Let him lock in here for the restart. This will be pivotal. And we'll be keeping an eye here. It's be Ritchie and Keith front row, man. I mean, you can tell there's excitement, there's some nerves.
I gotta pull guys up. We gotta create that sense of urgency in this final restart. Final green-white checkered. In the 15, gets a decent restart. Inside line doesn't go. 55. I told you he was gonna choose the outside. Here we go. 2 laps left.
Coming off a 1 and 2. Everything looks good. Ritchie hops into second. Here comes Robinson looking for it as well, but they're all chasing Trevor Keith as they come to the white flag.
One more time around. 5/8 of a mile in the 15 of Trevor Keith has the lead. No contestment into 3 and 4. In the 15, drives it into the corner. The 15 is going to find his way to victory lane. There he is. Trevor Keith has got it done.
Big smile and a big wreck coming across the line. Jeremiah Nelson, Carter Linz get tangled up. But Trevor Keith, man, what a job from the 15. Kept himself in the hunt here tonight and absolutely, I would say, stole it from the 9 and the 66 right as that caution came out, and then nailed every restart that was asked of him.
And everybody
which was
is
several.
Celebrating with him. Everybody is celebrating with the 15 right now.
Yeah, you think this is a popular win? Tell you what, man, it's hard to find a driver I think that people are more happy for here tonight, especially knowing how close he's come in races past here and just, you know, coming up a spot short here and there. Man, what a night for Trevor Keith. Jeremy Burns, Justin Ritchie also on the podium here tonight. Fantastic stuff from North Wilkesboro. I know it was a little stop and start at times, but can't beat the drama of short tracking.
That long green flag run that we had in between all of this set up what we had at the finish of this race. Trevor Keith led 19 laps. He only led those 19 laps in the bottom of this race.
Yeah, it was the last 19. And that includes, of course, the several extras that were tacked on. As far as actually scheduled laps, I think you could probably cut that number in half. But I mean, they demanded of him 4 perfect restarts to hold the lead each and every time. He did exactly that, and he's going to be able to walk out of here with a win. And it may not be the same as winning at San Diego, but certainly evens up the scoreboard here after that one got away from him.
That one's gotta feel good. Congratulations to Trevor Keith. He's gonna burn it down on the front stretch. Post-race interviews. We gotta sort ourselves out here. We still got things to gather up, and I normally bring the winner up right out of the gate, but we gotta take a quick commercial break here to get it all gathered up. Ben Laughter waving to the family in the background.
Hey, don't go anywhere, folks at home, because you're definitely going to want to hear this interview. I have no doubt we're going to hear some absolute quotes from our race winner.
Stay tuned here on Vspeed. We'll be right back.
Racing. We're in the game.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Hey Dad, did you know that replacing your cooling system reduces repair costs and improves energy efficiency? Plus, it operates more efficiently, which means more money in my pocket. I mean, your pocket.
Hey Dad, did you know that a new cooling system is less noisy and has a smart thermostat you can control from your phone?
How'd you get so smart?
Must be from Mom.
When it comes to your home's most important decisions, make the smart choice and trust your local Cedar Rapids Pro partner. We're in your neighborhood, so call today.
Welcome back here to North Wilkesboro, where we had a fantastic finish. We used both of our green-white checkers, and somehow we're still able to finish under green. The race recap on the top of your screen, but the first driver that we're going to talk to, I just want to say we were very off on the caution count, and so were these drivers on the race. Who steals it away? None other than Trevor Keith, who's been trying to get a victory for how long now? It's been 5 consecutive, now 6 seasons, and we're deep into this victory coming. Alex Gagnon has caught up in victory lane.
Hey there, Trevor. I tell you what, man, I know this is not necessarily the first time you've been to victory lane here in Racing Rev, but it's been the first time in a long time. Talk to us how you're feeling, and I mean, what's going through your mind? Dude, that was a crazy finish.
I was just like, the whole time, because my track history, you're just thinking, how am I going to mess this up? How am I going to get loose into one? You know what I mean? I'll spin the tires on a restart. And I think my Bennett, Rob, and Nick, and all them, and Jacob for helping me out, keeping me focused there at the end. Man, I mean, last win was Talladega last year, but I didn't get. I won off a technicality. So then the other win before that was Iowa 2 seasons ago, where I actually got to burn her down and stuff. So it's a long time coming. It's been a grind. I mean, we've been close so many times, dude. It's insane.
It is wild. I mean, there are so many races where we're like, he is right there, and then whether it's something from you or something completely out of your control, feels like something bites you at the last second, but not tonight. You get your third win, second on a short track. We talk about you a lot, I feel like, at the road courses. I feel like we see a lot of your talent shine there. But what is it about these short tracks that really lends to your driving style as well?
Oh, I mean, it's the heavy braking. Obviously, with the road courses, it's a little similar, right? And I feel like I was just really good on the brakes today. A couple times locked it up, sitting a little too deep. But when I hit it right, I feel like I was really good. And I feel like on restarts, I found something on the bottom there at the end to gain a little spots and get me in position. Finding that the bottom 1 and 2 to really like clear the guy on the outside and get underneath Burns and Carter when they're racing and stuff and put pressure on them, which eventually led them into wrecking. Unfortunate for Carter and Burns there, but take advantage of stuff when you can. But it's just under brakes. I feel like I maybe Burns and Carter too. I mean, they were right there. The 3 road course guys at the end, pretty close. It's just, I don't know. It's been so long. I don't remember how to interview for a win. I just remember how to interview for second and third.
Well, I tell you what, this is, it's still coming across good because if anything, we can tell we can see how much it means to you to be back in victory lane here. I mean, you have worked for this one, and it finally is coming to fruition here. Which, not that you've been having a bad season to this point, but I got to imagine you're going to have a whole new outlook on the next couple races, knowing that you've been to victory lane already here before we start hitting any sort of postseason stuff.
Yeah, it's a big confidence boost. Definitely heading to Indy, where I definitely know I have really good speed at Indy. The past 2 times we've ran it there, been in position to win. Last year, I was in position to win with Burns, finished second because the restart. He got me on the restart. One of those, and Burns next to me here. I was like, oh no, you know what I mean? Same thing, Indy all over again. And then Iowa, we've won Iowa before, so yeah, these next couple tracks are really good. The best way to move on for the summer bracket too is just win the race. You don't have to worry about anybody beating you. We're looking to be the first guy to win it twice. I won it the first year. I didn't win it last year because Chicago Street Course. Another one where we blew the win away. And so we move on to the next round, and that for points is going to be really, really good. I know that 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th is really close. Getting closer up to 6th and 5th for the chase is really going to help out. Those points are going to be great.
Absolutely. Well, you did exactly what you needed to tonight. Big points tonight, big win for you. Trevor, anyone you'd like to shout out here from Victory Lane on the victory here in North Wilkesboro?
Shout out Vspeed. Guys do a great job. This one I definitely can't wait to watch back. Shout out all the league sponsors, Chapman Environmental, All About Bugs, Coastal Financial, Earhart Homes, Buck Kicker, Lynn's Heating and Cooling. Almost forgot them there. Shout out my teammates Bennett, Nick again, and Rob, and Alex and Jacob, Caleb. They did a fantastic job just keeping me in it and keeping me focused there at the end where I didn't mess up like I have in the past. Yeah, this is just a great one. It's a great win.
That's cool,
race,
man. It was certainly a long one. We'll let you go celebrate. Congrats, Trevor, on the win, and we will catch you next week at Indy.
See you guys.
So that is your race winner, Trevor Keith, driver of the number 15, putting it in victory lane. And I mean, you can even tell from that just how much that win means to him, how amped up he was for it, man. That was a long time coming for him.
Been a long time, and we've watched him lead laps. He's had a lot this season. He had a lot last season. We talk about all the wins that just slipped away from him. With those final race results on the top of your screen, it was 16 cautions. We missed it by 1 here, Alex Gagnon. You did a great job, though. Just a one-off. Trevor Keith victorious here in his first win. since a technicality in Talladega and his win in Iowa. With Justin Ritchie with the top 3, we're going to get a word with Jeremy Burns as well as Ritchie in just a moment. It's going to have Matt Robinson, who ran in the top 5 a lot of the day, just short of the podium for 4th spot. Dylan Picklesheimer, a solid day for the 33. And how about Michael Reed? Multiple laps down at one point in this race. He's going to end up with a top 10, finishing in 6th. Remember, he was caught up in things early in this race. Al Likens and Grant Thorpe here, 7th and 8th position. Then you have Nick Alves with a top 10, Ryan Munoz in the 81, rounding out that 10th position.
Looking back to 11th, Jeremiah Nelson will bring it home there in the number 31 machine. Michael Call finishes 12th. Brandon Pamitat will bring it home 13th, just ahead of Parker Johnston. Carter Linz with that late run-in with Jeremy Burns will finish 15th. Ben Laffer finishes 16th. Kevin Orlando Jr. 17th, ahead of Alex Forget Berube, Caleb Gilbert, and Trevor Earhart rounding out the top 20.
21st spot going to go to Grant Turner. Rob Rader, hard impact with the wall, will end up one lap down. And 22nd for the 53, Jacob Sirkovich. Tyler Harrison, that doesn't tell the whole story for Tyler Harrison. That car got caught up in some bad deals there. Ends up 24th. Christopher Schaefer 25th here tonight with Sam Taylor 26th. Dakota Floyd pushing the rock all night here. Ends up 27th. Michael Bennett in 28th. And Kyle Diaz, 170 laps down, did not get to complete this race. But with those race results, we have more drivers to interview. This post-race coverage here on Vspeed. Earhart Holmes on the white flag, and the next driver we're going to talk to that crossed that start-finish line, 2nd position. Where did you come from, Justin Ritchie?
What's going on? Hell yeah. The back, laps down. I don't know what you want. Yeah, this was the biggest roller coaster of a race.
The answer was your mom.
Oh, my bad.
Well, let's go back to the beginning of this race. You started all the way back in 18th position, and you worked your way to the top 10. You flirted with the top 10 all night. You had speed at times, but this racetrack with the beginning was so much caution, so much strategy. Some guys coming down, taking tires. Some guys coming in and taking fuel only. You had a teammate out there probably communicating with you and trying to get you psyched up. But you never know how these short tracks are going to go.
Yeah, no, I took damage on lap 2. Somebody drove through me. And so I was trying to fix it throughout the first stage. And I ended up deciding to fix a lot of it in one chunk and go a lap down. So I was a lap down for like half or 3/4 of the race. And then on that last pit stop, I took 2 tires that put me in a good spot and was just able to capitalize on a little fortunate circumstance there.
Fortunate circumstances, but fortunate that you put yourself in that situation. Justin, you go through these races. There's so many times that you get caught out of strategy. You say it's a fortunate circumstance, but when you boil down how this race went, it's fortunate, but it's also mindset. You got to just keep adapting and reapproach the race.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I wanted to give up, but I did not. So I guess that's the important part.
Play until the whistle. That is the motto for Justin Ritchie for this 2nd place finish. And what will be, I believe, your top finish here in Racing Revolution. Is there anybody you want to shout out?
Yeah, for a top finish for sure so far. First off, big shout out to all the sponsors. Shout out to the admins for putting this on. Shout out to my team, Ben and Dakota and Kyle, for always pushing me to be the best version of myself. Shout out to my mom. She always watches the broadcast. So big shout out to her. And shout out to you guys for putting me on always amazing broadcasts. Even when the finishes don't go like this, I love going back to watch them.
We appreciate the view. We appreciate everybody that comes out to watch these things. Hope you can enjoy another fantastic race here in Racing Revolution. Justin Ritchie, 2nd place here at North Wilkesboro. We'll see you next week.
All righty. See y'all. Subscribe to Vspeed.
There you go. I didn't pay him to say that, by the way.
Hey, you heard the man. Hey, we didn't say it. He did.
You're not getting the check in the mail. Just kidding. All right, so we have one more driver to talk to, and it's our third place finisher. Alex Gagnon has caught up with Jeremy Burns.
Hey there, Jeremy. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, you were the car that everyone was chasing here tonight. Ultimately going to come up a couple spots short with those quick restarts, but felt like every time we were jumping up front, you were either the lead car or battling the lead car. How was tonight going from your point of things, spending so many laps out front and a battle with basically the who's who of who was faster tonight?
It felt pretty good. I know in the short track scene, I haven't been necessarily the quickest over the past couple of years, so it felt good to be up there. Definitely felt like a dynamic track tonight. I felt like you could make either lane work, but as the night progressed, you had the high lane in 1 and 2, and then the bottom in 3 and 4 was really the line that you wanted to run. I felt like the setup was there, but there's a little bit more. Just wasn't getting down low enough in 3 and 4 for me to rotate it enough. But felt good. Felt like we had the right strategy. We're on the right pace, and I'm not going to shy away from a third place finish, because come to the end of the season here, you need all the points that you can get, and we still scored the second most points out of anybody tonight. So just keep clocking off those nights and just keep rolling.
Yeah, I mean, a huge points night for you. Keeps you in great shape here with the last couple races before we hit the postseason. Looking ahead at the next couple weeks on the schedule, though, it's a lot of tracks that have some similar style to, here at North Wilkesboro, a couple more short tracks coming up along the way. Does a run like tonight give you some confidence going to like a place like Iowa, for example, where a lot of those same skills are going to have to be on display?
Yeah, I think that definitely there are a lot of similarities. I think Richmond's even on there somewhere too. So definitely have baseline now for that setup, but just being able to fine tweak that way when we go to those other tracks, we have it dialed in even more than it was tonight. I think that one run where Cole and I were just kind of pushing out there, he was on a little bit more of a tweaked setup than me. So being able to kind of fine tune that, I felt like we were able to still pull away, even though we were battling each other there for a good 20, 30 laps. So felt really good about the car, got a lot of confidence going to these tracks coming up, and just looking forward to it.
All right, well, Jeremy, we're excited to see you go to work there as well. I mean, you were putting on a show here tonight, leading 144 laps, man. That is no small feat. Anyone you'd like to shout out on the podium finish here tonight?
Yeah, it's a huge shout out my mom and dad, Josie, Coach P, Sonny, and my grandma, Julie, Derek, Caroline, Shannon, Belinda, Dana, and Dylan. Shout out Brandon and Elijah. They're first-time watchers tonight, so huge shout out to them. 8 other supporters of the league, Rolling Thunder, and Lightning Fast Motorsports. Metroplex for being on the hood as always, Chapman Environmental, Coastal Financial, Ultimate Exterior Lighting, Earhart Homes, All About Bugs, Vspeed, and all the admins and drivers tonight. Had a couple of really good runs there, which you didn't really see in officials. So huge shout out to the league for being able to accomplish that. And we'll move it on next week.
All right, Jeremy. Well, congrats again on a great run. We will catch you next week at Indy, and hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to you there as well.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys.
There you have it. Our post-race coverage at North Wilkesboro. And I think we have another track to talk about. North Wilkesboro put on a fantastic show. But if you want to go next week, this is a place that has a lot of history. In fact, I think we were at the same place at the same time, Alex. We were here in real life.
That we were. It's the only time I think we've actually had the privilege of running into each other in real life. Granted, it was during the rain delay of the 24 event, but man, that was a fun one. And hopefully we get treated to a similar level of action here next week at Indy. Because if it's anything like that 24 Indy 500, man, we're going to be in for a treat.
Yeah, it's been a while, but hope you can join us here July 29th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, live on Vspeed, all the way to the remainder of the regular season. You got a lot of short tracks. We mentioned Iowa, very similar, and Richmond, super similar to North Wilkesboro. And new name in Victory Lane. Trevor Keith finds his way back there It's been a long time coming for the 15. We hope you can join us to see who can get it done at Indianapolis. That's going to do it for us here on Vspeed. If you enjoyed tonight's action, make sure you hit the subscribe button. You'll never miss a single race. We have live coverage all season long. We have multiple coverages of multiple different leagues. You can tune into those as well. Turn on your notifications. You can see every single time we go live. But for Alex Gagnon, my co-commentator, Adam Baker, and everything he does in the background, Eddie Smith, Logan Threlkeld, Morgan Cook, this is Bradley Cooper saying so long from North Wilkesboro. Stay tracking, everybody.